Now that we know how to approach that introductory exercise in Manuel Pratique on the treble clef, let's go and let's figure out how to approach the introductory exercise in the bass clef. So let's turn to page 18. This now gets us into the bass clef section of Manuel Pratique. And you'll see something that looks pretty similar to what we saw on the first page of the treble clef, except now everything is in bass clef. So our approach is going to be the same. Here is our bass clef right here, and if you take a look up in the upper right-hand corner, we see a similar kind of a chart. Here's our bass clef, and here are the four anchor notes, the four notes that we're going to get to know really well. First of all, we have the C that is located on the ledger line above the staff. And remember, in bass clef, that C that is located on the ledger line above the staff, that is middle C. Then we have the other C that is in the bass clef staff, the one that is on the second space right here. So those are going to be Do and Do. But now we're not going to use Sol as our second anchor note, because remember when we talked about the bass clef, we said the official meaning of the bass clef is that it tells you the line that is between these two dots is F. So we're going to use F this time as an anchor note. So there are two Fs that are right conveniently located near the staff. The one is the F that we have right here that is on the fourth line. And then there's the F that is just below the treble clef staff. I'm sorry, the bass clef staff. So those are going to be Fa and Fa. So if I see a note head on the ledger line above the staff, I'm going to say Do. If I see a if I see a note head that is on the second space, I'm also going to say Do. If I see a note that is on the fourth line, I'm going to say Fa. If I see a note that is on the space that is just below the bass clef staff, I'm also going to say Fa. So let's take a look at number one. So if I were to do number one in its entirety, from beginning to end, it would sound like this. And here I have my metronome set at 100. Fa, Do, Do, Fa, Fa, Do, Fa, Fa, Do, 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 Fa, Fa, Do, Fa, Do, Do, Fa, 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 Do, Do, Fa, Do, Fa, Do, Fa, Do, Fa. And it's as simple as that. Now again, for most of us, you're not going to be able to do it flawlessly at 100 beats per minute the first time you do it. So we're going to start slowly, put your metronomes all the way down to 50 or 40 or even lower, and work our way up. And again, if that doesn't succeed, break it down into smaller groups. Start by just learning the first four notes, and then the next four notes, and then put them together. And then learn the next group of four notes and put those all together, and so forth. One thing that you may have noticed, by the way, notice I'm giving each one of these notes one beat. But look, didn't we say in the previous video that an open note head with a stem is a half note? And doesn't a half note get 2 beats? And the answer is yes, that is absolutely correct. Except when we are doing Manuel Pratique. Manuel Pratique is the only place in your entire musical career where that will not be the case. Manuel Pratique uses that open note head symbol to mean something slightly different, and we'll talk about that in the next unit when we get to that.